Greetings to all the lovely ladies and gentlemen out there. I'm your host, the ProGent, and welcome to the official start of Season 2.0 of the ProGent Show. Now, my primary beat is anime reviews, but it's probably not a big surprise that I'm also a fan of Japan's other biggest cultural export. Anatomically correct body pillows. Video games. Video games and anime go hand in hand. Many franchises that find success in one medium quickly are adapted to the other. The crossovers are endless, from the Ys OVA to Dragon Ball FighterZ to, yes, even Sword Art Online, and beyond. So this season, I'll be looking specifically at anime adapted from video games, starting out with the series based on a strategy classic, Disgaea. Disgaea Hour of Darkness was initially released back in 2003 on the PlayStation 2, and launched a franchise that has essentially defined Nippon Ichi's RPG style since. From the delightful cartoon design of the character models, to the thoroughly engrossing tactical elements of the combat, to the absolutely memorable writing that made both the story and characters timeless. I could legitimately spend the whole episode raving about the games, but that's not what we're here for. Nonetheless, it's worth noting that there's a remastered version of the original game coming out this fall on the Switch and PS4. So, buy it. This review is not sponsored by Nippon Ichi, not for lack of trying behind you. Anyway, we're here to talk about the anime version of Disgaea Hour of Darkness, here known as Makai Senki Disgaea. The anime, produced by OLM, a studio most famous for the Pokemon anime, follows the basic plot of the game, but rearranges some events and characters to better tell the story in 12 episodes. Our characters include Rita Repulsa, the littlest angel, the littlest devil, the important not important guy, and of course, Captain Harlock and the crew of the Arcadia. Our story begins with Flan, an angel in training, coming down to the Netherworld on a mission to assassinate its king, Krechevskoy. Before she can do so, she accidentally awakens the demon prince Laharl. Almost immediately thereafter, they're thrust into a battle against some demons, which is quickly interrupted by a spaceship crashing into Laharl's tomb. Yes, we're about 10 minutes into the series, and we've already got angel assassins, demon princes, a battle sequence, and a spaceship crashing into hell itself. Let's just say this is definitely not what you might call a contemplative, slow-paced slice-of-life kind of show. After escaping from the spaceship and Laharl's collapsing tomb, our two protagonists run into Etna, a shrewd demon girl who wants to take over the Netherworld for herself. We also discover that the king, who Flan was sent to assassinate, is in fact already dead, having choked to death on a pretzel. This is a reference to an incident involving President George W. Bush. Topical humor, you never become dated. On which note, insert Fortnite joke here. Discovering that the throne of the Netherworld is empty, Laharl sets out to take his rightful place as the new king. Etna decides to tag along, figuring she can manipulate Laharl and take power for herself, and Flan comes along too, wanting to study demons to find out if they can learn to love. Flan's that kind of character. Together, they set out on a series of wacky adventures, eventually wrapping heaven, hell, and earth into a colossal struggle for power. Also, there's penguins. Evil penguins. They explode. It's awesome. Disgaea has a great story, but honestly, I think the game tells it better. The anime certainly has some strong points, though, the greatest of which is its voice cast. Both the Japanese and American versions retained the excellent cast from the game, with Jameson Price's performance as Captain Gordon, Defender of Earth! And yes, you have to say the whole thing, yes, every time, being the standout performance for me. The music's also a high point, as composer Tenpai Sato, also returning from the game, provides the right balance of gravity and levity to counterpoint each scene. My biggest complaint with the anime regards the changes it made from the game. As I mentioned, the plot sticks pretty closely to the original, but in the process of adapting a 40-plus hour game into a 12-episode anime, a lot of the characteristic moments got lost, making it harder to get and stay invested in the show's major and minor characters. Also, there are some specific changes that I'm not a fan of. The best example being Medeiros, a vampire who blackmails Etna at one point. For some reason, the anime decides to make Medeiros ultra flamboyantly gay, which comes across as unnecessary and awkward. It's tough to explain, but I feel that the series lands in a sort of no man's land between making too many changes and not enough. As I said, I love the whole Disgaea franchise, and the first game is especially good. I would recommend playing Disgaea 1 over watching the anime, since they both cover the same story and I think the game covers it better. However, if you're not up to playing through a rather involved strategy RPG, you could do worse than watching Makai Senki Disgaea. The voice acting, music, and humor are worth your time, even if some of the comedy falls completely flat. I've been the Professional Gentleman, and thank you for listening. And I made it the entire way without referencing the horse wiener joke. Wait, does this count? Damn it, dude! Thanks for watching. As always, a thank you to Andy Lita for keeping me looking so fine. Check out his work in the description below. If you enjoyed the show, please click on that thumbs up over there. It helps us out a lot. If you've got suggestions for something I can review in the future, feel free to leave it in the comments below. And of course, subscribe to my channel for future content.
Love ya, boy.